Bleeding heart, with its delicate heart-shaped pink blossoms hanging gracefully from arching stems. Each flower ending in a tiny white petal that resembles a falling teardrop. The bleeding heart seems like the perfect symbol of love and romance. Its unmistakable appearance has made it one of the world's most cherished ornamental plants, especially in shaded gardens where its elegant flowers create a truly enchanting display. Yet beneath this gentle beauty lies a natural chemical defense system. Bleeding heart, Lamprocapnos spectabilis, contains several naturally occurring alkaloids, including protopine, compounds that can be toxic if parts of the plant are eaten by humans or animals. These toxins primarily affect the digestive and nervous systems, and poisoning may cause nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea, breathing difficulties, and, in more severe cases, neurological symptoms that require medical attention. Unlike some of the world's most poisonous plants, bleeding heart is not considered highly lethal. Ironically, that relatively lower toxicity can sometimes lead people to underestimate the potential risks, especially in households with young children or curious pets. The plant's milky sap can also cause skin irritation in sensitive individuals. Although such reactions are uncommon, direct contact may result in redness, itching, or mild inflammation. Wearing gardening gloves while pruning or handling the plant is a simple precaution that helps prevent unnecessary exposure. Its graceful blossoms appear to shed tiny tears, giving the entire plant an almost fragile and harmless appearance. But that delicate beauty doesn't tell the whole story. Young children should never be allowed to handle or taste the plant without close adult supervision, as even small amounts can produce unpleasant symptoms. Household pets, particularly dogs and cats, are at greater risk because they often explore unfamiliar plants by chewing on their leaves or flowers. While serious poisoning is uncommon, preventing access to the plant remains the safest approach. The bleeding heart is a perfect example of how ornamental plants often rely on chemistry rather than physical defenses to survive. Instead of thorns or tough leaves, it protects itself with naturally occurring compounds that discourage animals from feeding on it. Another reminder that some of the most beautiful flowers in nature conceal surprisingly effective defense mechanisms. Flame lily. Few plants make a more dramatic first impression than the flame lily. Its striking petals curl backward in brilliant shades of red, orange, and yellow, giving each flower the appearance of a blazing flame. Native to parts of Africa and Asia, this spectacular plant has long been admired for its unique beauty and is even recognized as a national symbol in several countries. Its vivid colors may seem like a warning in nature, yet they also make the plant especially appealing to people who are unaware of its toxicity. Behind its breathtaking appearance lies one of the most poisonous flowering plants in the natural world. The flame lily contains colchicine and related compounds such as gloriazine, powerful toxins that interfere with cell division by disrupting the formation of microtubules. If ingested, these compounds can cause severe damage to multiple organs throughout the body. Every part of the plant is poisonous, but the underground tubers contain the highest concentration of toxins. Because these tubers can resemble edible root vegetables, they have been responsible for numerous cases of accidental poisoning in different parts of the world. The first symptoms usually develop within a few hours and include severe abdominal pain, nausea, persistent vomiting, and intense diarrhea. As the toxins continue to take effect, they may lead to liver damage, kidney failure, abnormalities of the blood, respiratory failure, and ultimately multiple organ failure. Without prompt medical treatment, severe poisoning can be fatal. Ironically, the same compound that makes the flame lily so dangerous has also found an important place in modern medicine. Colchicine, when carefully purified and administered in controlled doses, is used to treat conditions such as gout and certain inflammatory diseases. However, the concentration of colchicine in wild plants is highly unpredictable, making any part of the flame lily extremely dangerous to consume. The dramatic contrast between its extraordinary beauty and its deadly toxicity has earned the flame lily a prominent place in botanical literature on poisonous plants. It serves as a powerful reminder that some of nature's most spectacular flowers rely not on thorns or spines for protection, but on sophisticated chemical defenses capable of deterring even the largest herbivores. Lily of the valley. Few people realize that one of the most poisonous ornamental plants commonly grown in gardens is also one of the most charming. With its tiny white bell-shaped flowers gracefully hanging from slender stems and its sweet, unmistakable fragrance, lily of the valley, Convallaria mayalish, appears almost completely harmless. Ironically, its elegant beauty is exactly what makes so many people underestimate the danger it poses. Hidden within every part of the plant are powerful cardiac glycosides, including compounds such as convalitoxin and convaloside. These naturally occurring chemicals act directly on the heart, disrupting its normal electrical activity. If ingested, they can cause nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, dizziness, blurred vision, a dangerously slow heartbeat, and abnormal heart rhythms. In severe cases, poisoning may progress to life-threatening cardiac complications, including cardiac arrest, if prompt medical treatment is not provided. What makes lily of the valley especially hazardous is that every part of the plant is toxic. The flowers, leaves, stems, underground rhizomes, and even the bright red berries that appear after flowering all contain cardiac glycosides. Even the water left in a vase holding freshly cut flowers can absorb small amounts of these toxins from the stems and leaves. For that reason, the vase water should never be consumed by children or household pets. Despite its toxicity, lily of the valley remains one of the world's most beloved garden plants. It thrives in cool, shaded locations with moist soil and has been cultivated for centuries throughout Europe, Asia, and North America. In European tradition, the flower has long symbolized purity, renewal, happiness, and the return of spring, making it a popular choice for weddings, bridal bouquets, and seasonal celebrations. One of the most dangerous aspects of this plant is how easily its leaves can be mistaken for those of wild garlic, allium ursinum, especially in early spring when both plants emerge at the same time. This similarity has led to numerous accidental poisonings across Europe after foragers unknowingly harvested lily of the valley instead of edible wild garlic. While wild garlic leaves release a distinct garlic scent when crushed, lily of the valley leaves do not, a simple but crucial difference that can prevent a potentially life-threatening mistake. Lily of the valley is a perfect example of nature's deceptive elegance. Rather than defending itself with thorns or tough foliage, it relies on potent chemical compounds that discourage herbivores from feeding on it. Its delicate white bells and sweet fragrance may symbolize innocence and new beginnings. But beneath that timeless beauty lies a sophisticated defense system capable of affecting one of the body's most vital organs, the heart. Autumn crocus. Behind its elegant appearance and soft pastel blooms lies one of the most effective chemical defense systems found in the plant kingdom. The autumn crocus is a striking reminder that some of the most beautiful flowers in the garden can also be among the most dangerous. At first glance, the autumn crocus, Colchicum autumnale, appears delicate and harmless. Its goblet-shaped flowers bloom in shades of pink, lilac, or pale purple just as most other garden flowers are fading for the year. Because it blossoms in autumn rather than spring, it stands out as one of the season's most captivating ornamental plants. Hidden beneath that beauty, however, is one of nature's most powerful plant toxins. The autumn crocus contains colchicine, a potent alkaloid that disrupts cell division by preventing the formation of microtubules, structures essential for normal cellular reproduction. As a result, rapidly dividing cells throughout the body are particularly vulnerable to its effects. Every part of the plant contains colchicine, including the flowers, leaves, seeds, and the underground corm, which sometimes resembles edible bulbs. This resemblance has led to numerous cases of accidental poisoning when the plant is mistaken for an edible species. After ingestion, the first symptoms typically include severe abdominal pain, nausea, persistent vomiting, and intense diarrhea. As the toxin spreads through the body, it can cause profound dehydration, liver and kidney damage, bone marrow suppression, dangerous heart rhythm disturbances, respiratory complications, and eventually multiple organ failure. Severe poisoning is a medical emergency and can be fatal without prompt treatment. What makes the autumn crocus especially dangerous is the delayed progression of its toxicity. Victims may feel relatively well during the first several hours after exposure, creating a false sense of security before the condition rapidly deteriorates. This delay can postpone medical treatment and significantly increase the risk of life-threatening complications. Ironically, the same compound responsible for the plant's toxicity has become an important medicine. In carefully purified and precisely controlled doses, colchicine is prescribed to treat gout, familial Mediterranean fever, and several inflammatory disorders. However, the amount of colchicine found in wild plants is highly unpredictable, making self-medication or consumption of any part of the autumn crocus extremely dangerous. Rather than relying on thorns or thick bark for protection, the autumn crocus depends on a sophisticated chemical defense that has evolved to discourage herbivores from eating it. Its graceful flowers may symbolize the quiet beauty of autumn, but beneath those delicate petals lies a toxin powerful enough to command the respect of botanists, physicians, and toxicologists alike.